Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host Elias Arantopoulos. Today we will explore Vectornator 2 and some of its tools by drawing a vector art. Vectornator 2 comes with a radical new panel-based interface with the addition of contextual menus, a less cluttered intuitive design workflow, and under-the-hood improvements. So let's go ahead and explore the all-new Vectornator 2 inside the iPad. Inside Vectornator 2, with a new document open and before we start drawing vector art, let's go ahead and explore Vectornator's new interface. On the left side, we have the toolbar with all the available vector tools. Some of them we will explore today in this Vectornator tutorial. On the top left corner, we have the back button, the fit to view button, the undo and redo button. On the top middle section, we have the actions bar. And on the top right corner, we have the inspector buttons, starting with the edit inspector, including the style tab, the arrange tab, and the path tab here, followed by the layers inspector. Then we have the add inspector with templates, photo library, and of course the Icons 8, the online service providing thousands of line icons for iOS, Windows, and Android. Then we have the settings inspector, including the canvas options, the snapping options, and the input. And at the very far right, we have the export inspector, where Vectornator gives us tons of export options to choose from, especially with the Creative Cloud integration. So let's go ahead and begin our Vectornator tutorial by starting drawing vector art. Now, before I select any tool, I'm going to tap on the settings inspector, and under the snapping tab, I'm going to turn on snapping for the smart guides like so. Okay, so let's go ahead and on the toolbar, tap on the rectangle tool. And then we get this contextual menu. So you want to tap on these three dots, and then we get the rest of the tools like the polygon tool, the oval tool, the star tool, and so on. In this case, I'm going to tap on the oval tool. Then I'm going to tap and drag. I'm going to tap one finger at the same time in the canvas here to create a perfect circle like so. Okay. All right, so let me position this. There you go. And then with the node selection tool, marquee select this node, and then tap on the scissors tool, and then you want to tap on that node once, like so. And then up in the actions bar, tap on the trash icon to remove that. So now we have a perfect semicircle. Okay, from there on, I'm going to tap on the node selection tool, and then tap on this last node, and now we get those two Bezier handles. So you want to take the one on the right, just bring it up a bit, and then just move it perhaps around here. Okay. Now I want to actually continue from there, creating another path. So we're going to use the pen tool. So if you tap on the last node, the path will be extended. So now you can just tap once and we have an additional path. All right, so let's make sure those two align with each other. I'm going to bring this in, and I'm also going to create a bit of a curve here, like so. So let's see what I've done. I think I like that curve. Let me just double check that this last node aligns. There you go with the first node. So with the selection tool, marquee select everything, and then up on the actions bar, tap on the plus icon, and that will activate the duplicate mode. So when I tap and drag once, and then tap back on the plus icon to deactivate the duplicate mode. Otherwise, you're going to be creating duplicates after duplicates. And then under the arrange menu, you want to flip this horizontally. So tap on the flip horizontally icon, and then just reposition this around there. Okay. Now we need to marquee select those two, and under the path tab, we're going to use the join paths. So we join those two paths together like so. Now I'm going to draw the base of the light bulb. So for that, I'm going to use the rectangle tool. So you want to tap on the three dots and then tap on the rectangle tool. And by default, under the contextual menu, we have the number 0. That's the corner radius, which you can set this up right here. Okay, I'm just going to leave it as 0 for now. And then I'm just going to tap and drag to create one rectangle like so. And then under the Edit Inspector, we can still set this up, the corner radius. All I have to do is just slide this over to the right or to the left to set this, let's say, 2. Okay. Now I want to make another duplicate of that. So make sure you're in the Move tool here. Tap on the plus icon on top of the Actions bar to activate the duplicate mode. Make sure you tap again to deactivate the duplicate mode. And now for the last part of the base, let's see, I'm going to use the oval tool, and I'm just going to create a circle. No stroke, just the fill is okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to make this a bit smaller here. Perhaps that side. And then I'm going to use the rectangle tool. I'm going to tap and drag to create a rectangle like so. So I'm going to marquee select those two. All right. And then under the, let's see, I think it's on the Path tab, we're going to use a Boolean operation. Now, the Boolean operations begins with the add or unite. Then we have the subtract or minus front. Then we have intersect, divide, and exclude. In this case, I'm just going to use the subtract or the minus front. Again, just make sure those two shapes are selected. So tap on the subtract Boolean operation. And now we have this shape. I'm just going to bring this here. Like so. Now, if you want to move this actually pixel by pixel, just select that with the Move tool. And then go to the Arrange tab, and you can use your arrows, the up and down or left and right, to position this pixel by pixel. Just keep that in mind as well. It's a handy tool. Okay, like so. For drawing the filament, we're going to use the pen tool. So tap on that and make sure there's no fill, just a stroke, like so. And then all you have to do is create some points here. Pretty much straight points. And let's see, perhaps something like that. Now I have to use the node selection tool and kind of reposition those. Okay. Now if you want to go again pixel by pixel, go under the Arrange menu, and then depending what you're selecting, like I just selected this node here, you can just bring this up. Okay, and I think actually looks pretty good. Okay. For the cable and the plug, I'm actually going to start using the oval tool. So let's go ahead and bring that up. And then we're going to tap and drag to create a perfect circle. Like so. Okay, now again, I need to have a semicircle. So marquee select using the node tool, the node selection tool. Marquee select that node here. Tap on the scissors tool, tap once on that node, and then tap on the trace icon right on top on the Actions bar. Okay, so from there on, let's go ahead and continue. We're going to use the pen tool. So tap on the first node, tap here, and then tap there. Again, with the node selection tool, let's go ahead and fix that. Because we need to make sure that everything looks straight. I think it is. And then again, with the this node here, tap on the pen tool, tap once. Let's say around here, we're going to extend that. Okay. And again, with the node selection, just make sure this is straight. So it's a straight path. And that looks good actually. And then again, we're going to use the rectangle tool for the plug. Let's say something like that. And then we can still use the rectangle tool. Create this, and then tap on the plus icon to create a duplicate. Don't forget to tap the plus icon again to exit the duplicate mode. And we can reposition those like so. No illustration looks nice without color, so let's go ahead and work on that. So I'm going to tap on the layers inspector. I'm going to tap on the plus icon to create a new layer. And now we have layer 2. So I'm going to tap and drag this, hold it and drag it under layer 1. I'm going to rename this instead of layer 2. Let's say something BG, hit enter return. And then for that, let's see, I'm going to use again the rectangle tool. And I'm going to tap and drag to create one like so. No need for stroke. For fill, I'm just going to use a specific color. So I'm going to tap on this numeric value here. I'm going to tap on the clear icon. So let's say I'm going to use 406494. Okay. And then tap done. And then under again the layers inspector, I'm just going to lock this one so don't accidentally move anything. Okay. So let's start working on these colors here. So first I'm going to select the bulb here. And let's see, under the edit inspector, the stroke width, I'll bring this up a bit to let's say 3. Okay, and I will do this actually for the rest, for these two. So tap on the eyedropper, tap on that. There we go. I will do the same one here. Let me show you a trick here. If you want to select two things at the same time inside Vectorinator, you can either marquee select those two, but let's say they are very close to distance. Right next to the selection tool, there is a plus icon. So if you tap on that, that means you activate the multiple selection mode. So tap on that, and they are both selected now. Okay. So for that, again, tap on the eyedropper tool. So they all have the same stroke width. And then now let's give it some colors here. So for that, for the fill here, let's see, I'm going to use like a dark blue. So that would be 000066. Okay. And then for the stroke, I'm just going to, let's see, use this color. All right. For the plug here, I'm going to use this color, and then for stroke, this color. Okay. Now the only thing I see is that under those two here, okay, I have to tap and drag them below. There we go. Okay. And for the chord, I need to have bigger width. Something like that. Let's also give it a color. How about that? But then again, we have to, let's see, it's right here, the chord, and I have to bring this under this curve. There we go. Okay, and then for that, for the filament, let's also give it a color, stroke color of this, but again, I need to bring this up, the stroke width, let's say around that. Let's see, how about this guys here? Tap on the plus icon. Okay, select those two. Actually, I use the marquee tool. Tap on the eyedropper. There we go. I'll do this. Oops. I'll do the same one here. Use the eyedropper to sample the color. And this one, 7 might be too much. I'm just going to bring this down a bit. There you go. Or another thing you can do is we can bring this down just a tad. Okay, and we can fix that actually. We can use the node selection tool, double tap, and we create a curve. Make sure it's straight. Okay, now we have a nice corner. And now round cable here. Let's bring this closer. Something along those lines, right? There you go. Because light bulbs illuminate, I'm going to add a gradient to kind of get that effect. So again, we're going to use the oval tool. I'm going to tap and drag to create one, like so. No stroke. And for fill, instead of a solid fill, I'm going to use a gradient. Now, inside of Vectornator, we have two types of gradient. We have the linear gradient, which is this one, or we have the radial gradient, which is this one. In this case, I'm going to use the radial gradient. And then right after this, we have the gradient annotator, which is this slider that shows the two color stops, the starting and the end point. So for the starting point, which is right now it's black, I'm going to go for another color, like a darkish pink color, like so. And then for the second color stop, I'm going to bring the transparency all the way to 0. There we go. You can also take this point of origin and you can play with that as much as you wish, but there is fine for me. And also let's look at the layers here. Let's see where this one sits. So we want to bring this under the filament. So tap and hold, bring this under this curve here. Okay, that looks pretty good. The last remaining thing I'm going to add to our vector are the rays around the light bulb. So for that, I'm just going to use the line tool. I'm going to tap and drag just to create a line. Another one here, and maybe perhaps another one there. So I'm going to marquee select those 3. There we go. And then up the stroke width a bit. And instead of black color, I'm going to use like a yellowish color. There you go. Let me pinch to zoom in. Because I'm going to show you, I'm going to bring up the dashes here. Like so. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to select those 3, or actually they are selected. I'm going to tap on the plus icon to enter the duplicate mode. Tap and drag, bring them to the other side. And then under the Arrange menu, you can flip those horizontally, like so. Thank you for spending time with me. Let me know if you have any questions below the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share the knowledge.